So I'm just going to go ahead and take the opportunity before Geshe-la comes to remind folks that we have very exciting program coming up in just over a week. Don Handrick will be back online, of course, and he's going to teach Tuesday, Wednesday, and then evenings, and then a Friday, Saturday, Sunday weekend workshop. He'll be teaching on, let me look at his topics. Activating the feminine energy in spiritual practice. And he's going to be talking about Tara in that class. And then staying sane in trying times. I don't know why we would want to think about that right now in our country. How to use our spiritual practice to stay a little bit centered. And then on the weekend, he's going to be teaching on the Bodhisattva's Jewel Garland, which is a really wonderful root text that we haven't had teachings on here at the center in a very long time. So this is a great opportunity. Again, we have to, we need to register in Zoom for it. Oh, and Geshe-la's here. So. Well, I thought he was here. I think we lost him.
Don't we all still see him, although we don't hear him?
Who, Geshe-la?
Yeah, I see him.
I don't see him.
I see him. We see him.
Yes, he's in the picture grid.
I see him.
He was signaling that.
The ignorance.
Good morning, Geshe-la.
Oh, good morning. So sorry, last 13 days we had no internet, so not able to communicate. So finally they fixed. Yeah, good morning, Hamula, Domasi, Hemat, Pati, Alicia Walker, with 2 beautiful children, David, Shukila, Dr. Watkin, Laura. Denise, Sherry, Elise, Karen, 2 enlightened beings, Alex and Sandra. Vivian. Oh, Tashidele Anila, Bodhisattva Patrick, Joanna, and Bodhicitta. Bodhicitta?
Yeah.
Bodhicitta, which is representing all the animal beings. Michael, Susie, good morning. Oh, Sandy, good morning. Beth, good morning. Michael, good morning. And everybody, good morning. Everybody, all the on like YouTube, good morning. Good to see you, all of you. So it's hot there. It's hot.
It's actually a little bit cooler today than it has been, but it's been very hot.
Yesterday he has like 4 below 0. Morning. Oh yeah. I need the cat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lamula, please say some prayer. So we'll say some prayer. Okay.
Can you make me co-host, or can people see my screen if I'm not co-host?
Or just mumble, just move your mouth. Just go on. So,
So we start with Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Te ata mune mune ma munaye so te ata mune ma munaye so mune maha Now, Medicine Buddha stanza and mantra. I'll go on with equal compassion for all, whose name, when merely heard, dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease and the 3 poisons. I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis. So let's chant this 7 times. Teyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om
bekanze
bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze Maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze 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 raja samugate soha. Teyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Okay, now we'll let's recite the 4 measurables in English 3 times. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering, causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness, free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now let's read the chant the Tibetan, the chanting version in Tibetan. 1 time. Sanchanta Wadam Udam Dempa Uchi Dunya Dandu,
哦。
Nyagi,
哦。 Om
chi du me wa da je wa yu chi ye cha da ni da je we man yom la ne par kyu chi. Now let's chant these two mantras. So first, the one for Chen Reisik, use the food of great compassion, and we'll recite that 8 times. And then Green Tara's mantra, she's the deity of enlightened activity, and let's do that 7 times. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head of perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings. To you, Chen Reisik, I'll sing one. I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Tare liberates from existence. Tare liberates from the 8 fears. Tare liberates from sickness. I prostrate to Liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re Tare Tu Re Soha. Om 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 Tare Tu Re Soha.
Oh, yeah, wonderful, Amula. Thank you very much. It's not beer, it's just water. It's just Patagonia water. Yeah, so what bodhicitta eating? Oh, toy, play with the toy.
He's playing with a toy. It's a bag of French fry toy.
French fry toy. There's the dog named Bodhicitta. Dog, so there's a playing with the French fry toy. Oh, what is the topic, Thomas? There's no topic. I don't think there's topic.
No, yes, so there's no topic,
Huh?
no topic.
Maybe begin with short meditation. Okay, short meditations. To the meditations. You hear the dog? Yeah, we have 4 of them, so outside. Mm. Just sit comfortably. Sit, no, sit comfortably. No. Mm. Mm. No need to think any specific things. No need to think any specific things. Just just sit, just sit. Zero concern, zero expectations. Nothing to analyze, nothing to fix, nothing to analyze, nothing to fix. No expectations, no worries related to the past, no worries related to the futures. Just try to just be present. Yeah, nothing to transform or change or fix. Just be, just be, just be there. I think that flickering the appearances, flickering appearances, nothing to fix, nothing to analyze, nothing to change. Appearance like flickering appearances. Just focus there. It's not like this or like, it's not like that or this, that, or it's not related to the past, it's not related to the future. Zero concern, zero expectations, nothing to fix. It's not that or it's not this or that. It's just nothing. It's just flickering appearances. Just focus there. Little while. Sorry again. So, what kind of appearance you are focusing on? What kind of appearances? No? If you don't mind to share, what kind of appearances?
The to-do list.
Huh?
The to-do list. The list.
Do
of-
list?
The list of things that are to be done.
Oh, that's oh yeah, so then yeah, please share what you are the things to what the list, what you say, do list, thing to
The
do
to-do list. The to-do list.
or to do list. Okay, that's one. So so then yeah, so
I was just noticing the ticking of the clock and the quietness of Sunday morning.
ticking of clock and quietness of Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Oh. Less job for you. The ticking of clocks, yeah, ticking of clock. Yes. So I think it's important to discuss, so the text mentions like flickering appearances. It's not the not the to-do list. So like will it make difference if you tell yourself be aware next few minutes, be aware of the awareness? Will that change the will they change the object of your focus? Will that to be aware of the awareness, to be aware of the awareness? So now the question is the appearance of awareness. So that's like now I'm confusing like now that's experience. Now is the appearances. Now means like kind of like flickering. It's not like to do to list or clicking. So that probably that's not really getting into the focus. So it's, zero expectations, zero concerns, zero analysis. There's nothing to analyze. Just be, and like being aware of the awareness, being aware of awareness. That's all I can say. Maybe you can put in a better word. Huh? Chukila, say some word, huh?
I think you said it very well, Geshe-la. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
so will this change our focus? Be David, telling yourself, David, next 30 seconds. It says briefly. It doesn't say 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It just says briefly. I guess it's not easy. So that's why it has to be brief. So if it's be too long, probably it's going to get frustrated. So that's why it's the beginning of brief. It says, Jungse means just focus like that, just focus like a little bit. So they could get better. First need to get the glimpse what that feels like. Just Jungse means little bit, just bit. So retok re expectations, talk concern in the past, concern in the future, zero concern, zero expectations, zero analysis, just to be aware of being aware. just to be aware of the awareness. So let's try that. So just to be aware of the awareness. It's not like beside being aware of the awareness, beside that, I think anything like that probably need to now. It's not. We are not getting there. It's not just we are not getting even the glimpse of that. So be aware of the awareness. Nothing to fix, nothing to change, and nothing to analyze. Zero concern, zero expectation. Just be there, just to be aware. Maybe this, if we become familiar with this meditation, maybe that's the best way to stop all this thought, bombardment thought that kind of like makes your life so stress. So maybe that's the best way to just temporarily stop all this thought. So maybe that's the best technique to just to be aware of your awareness. It's not like you are fainted or you are kind of like fall asleep. You are fully awake, fully awake. So that kind of, okay, we'll just try another round. Tell ourselves just to be aware of your awareness. See what you experience. See, okay. Yeah, maybe next week. So children don't need to stay there. They can welcome to stay. They can live. They can move around. Please don't let them stay there. Yeah, next few minutes. Okay. Yeah. Tell each ourselves to be aware of the awareness. Oh yeah, so sorry to disturb you. It's too long. I think probably no good. Of course, as I said before, in order to, I say if your mindset become like murky water, you can't really, the water and the mud or dust all mixed up. It's called murky. It's like, if you feel like that, need to do 9 round breathing meditations. So that will clear out. That will settle the dust, and that will kind of clear the dust and the water. So then from there, of course from there, so then you're trying to be trying to watch, or maybe like trying to trying to be aware of your awareness, or be aware of your conventional nature of your thought. So that's what we're trying to do. So now up in yeah, of course, there you can't put color or shape. There's no color, there's no shape. There is appearances, but that appearance doesn't have shape and color. It's almost like space. It's almost like space. If you're just seeing the space, that's pretty good. That's close as you can get. That's like just focusing on space. So then from there, now being contact with this space, in this case, that is like as a nature awareness. It's nothing else. Nothing else is nature awareness. So just being there without expectations, without concern, without analyzing what it is good or bad, no analysis, no concern, no expectation, just experience that. So then that whole things become like clear water, clear, steady water. Very clear, the water is not moving, it's very clear water. It's become, whole experience become like that, clear water. So then, separate set of awareness. So there's like small fish. Just navigating under the lake without disturbing the lake, this whole experience. So now that fish, what that fish is trying to do, that fish is trying to now that fish is trying to analyze. That fish is there to analyze. Either analyze your nature of yourself, or say fear, nature of fear, nature of anxiety, nature of sicknesses, nature of pain, whatever that I guess, actually it mentions that the fish primary job or responsibility is to analyze, do thorough analysis of experience of self, I. That fish is the primary, there is that fish is responsible to do thorough analysis of experience of self. That's what it's for. So then I think you could use that fish as a thorough analysis for fear, anxiety, stress, pain, anything. So why this fish is doing thorough analysis of self, nature of self, because the person who's meditating is trying to get into the ultimate nature of self. That's why the person has wished to, wish to discover the conventional nature of mind and ultimate nature of mind. And the goal is to liberate from all these complications, all these problems. Aging, death, birth, that person's trying to, their person's goal is to free him or herself from those four great rivers like death, birth, aging, sicknesses. That person is kind of sick of that. That person doesn't want any of those, so want to free. So therefore, the fish is trying to thorough analyze. The tiny fish is trying to thorough analyze. Even though you are meditating, the fish is looking, examining thoroughly nature of the experience of self. What is self? Where it is? Where is it? Where is it? It's on your nose. It's on your tip of your nose. So then easy to take then there's a self, then take it out and put it in the box. It's not like where analyzing. Oh. Anything's concern, fear, first mind, and has to be like clear water. You're trying to get, so that's what I'm saying at the beginning. Just tell yourself, Gishigelek, just be aware. Next few minutes, just be aware of your awareness. So then almost like that, two friends walking in the wood. You are aware of the path that you're walking on. Similarly, you're aware of your friends' conversations. You are doing two things simultaneously. One, that you're being aware path that you're walking on. You can't just completely go like this. Then you will be knocked down. You will fall down like that. Very important. I think every day there's a few minute exercise. Just as I said, minute you start worried, it's not doing good. It's not. Minute you start worried, need to redo, because there should be zero concern, zero expectations, zero analysis. You just trying to be there, just trying to be. That's all. Nothing else. Nothing to change. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to fix. You just trying to be there. That's all. And that kind of state, from there, then you kind of like separate set of, the awareness that's like tiny fish. Then that fish will examine what is nature of fear, what is fear, what is it, where it is, what is the fear, what is anxiety. Then, could be do with the pain too, where's pain, analyze for the pains. So actually, so this in the text, it did not set, or you can do it like with anxiety or fear. I think you can do it because it's in the text. This meditation is to you to discover the nature of self. What is the self? No, it's covered. It's kind of like covered with all kind of ideas, but try to get to the bottom of it. So then try to discover what is self. Self says, oh, I'm so happy, I'm not happy, I'm hungry, I'm this, and I'm not satisfied, I'm not content. That very I is the source of all the complications. So you need to understand the nature of the I or self. Because of that, everything happening in the world, in your life, that's like driven by sense of self, sense of notion of self that drives everything, notion of self that drives everything. So you need to understand the self. you need to understand how you define self. Maybe many things that build on that self, you could eliminate them if you truly understand the nature of self. Maybe there's possibilities you could eliminate a lot of them, if not all of them. A lot of them you can eliminate them, if not all of them. That's the idea is to all of them. All of them. The idea is all of them, but that is like not easy task. Not easy task. So like that, maybe every day, as I said, every meditations, you do with the positive mindset. You can, if your mind is too high, you cannot meditate. If your mind is too down, you cannot meditate. Your mind has to be right state. So that's why you do this 9-round breathing meditations, to make your mind as it's almost like 9-round breathing meditation. It's almost like hitting a like refresh button on the computer screen. Refresh button. When we use refresh button, if there's something goes wrong, so we refresh, right? So that's like, just think like that's the 9-round breathing meditation is refresh button of the mind, mental state. If the mental state is not good, so then you hit the button. So till it's like refresh. So then from there, so then think something positive. As of course, as a Buddhist, you think about bodhicitta. So then from there, so then you just tell yourself next few minutes just to be aware. It's important in the text, it says very clearly, 0 expectations. There should not be any expectations, should not be any concern, nothing to analyze, just to be. Interesting, if you try, you experience something. You can't say, oh, I don't experience anything, so that's impossible. Don't tell me that you don't experience anything. That's impossible. That's impossible. Yeah. You will experience something. Maybe that's the best way to stop the thought that makes your life much more complicated. So you can stop. So that's the best way to stop all the thought, to just have one thought. That thought is not trying to fix anything, not trying to change anything. That thought has no concern, no expectations. So that's good. I think that's a good thing. So yeah, like every day, a few minutes like that. So then from there, then analyze whatever your problem is. Yeah, then as I said, what happened? What will happen during the meditation process? What will happen? Yeah, what will happen? That you will maybe start to think something else. You start to think. That's pretty common problems. Then maybe you start to think, oh, do I have enough food in my refrigerator? Isn't it weekend? So isn't it like time to go to shopping? Or maybe all kind of thought pops up. There will be thought will pops up. What thought which pops up? So then like how do you do? And like, do we have any idea how much each thought lasts? Do we ever measure? Do we ever count how long each thought will last? Did we ever use for stopwatch for thought? Did you ever use stopwatch for your thought? How long thought will last? Oh, I want to eat ice cream. I so badly want to eat chocolate chip cookie from Whole Food. That thought, how will last? How that will last? if you use the stopwatch. I think like I have no idea. So I have no idea how long each thought will last. But there's many thoughts that rise, but each thought, how long it will last. Maybe it's good to find out how long it will last. Once we found that out, oh, maybe like thought doesn't last very long, it appears, then what happens? Then it disappears. After how long? After 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes? Now, if that's the case, maybe I don't need to worry. Maybe I can just be aware of my awareness, even though thought rise. Maybe I should not be worried because I know this thought will last only 30 seconds. Then what happened after if the thought like disappear or fades away, disappear? And when the thought disappear, what happened? Where you get? You get to the absence of thought. That is the square one. That is what you are trying to be aware. Am I making any sense? Huh? Being aware of your awareness, it means like there is no thought. It's just you're just trying to be nature, you're just trying to be aware of your conventional nature of your mind. It's like space. There's no color, no shape. That's your time to focus. That's your time to focus. What happens? Yeah, thought arise. How long this will last? 30 seconds. Do I need to do anything? Maybe not. Maybe after 30 seconds, thought will disappear or fade away. When thought disappears, where you get to the absence of thought, back to your primary focus. So that's what happened. After a while, what happens? Thought pops up. Do I have to chase them? Maybe not. It only lasts 30 seconds. You don't need to chase. Whether you chase or not chase, just that thought will disappear after 30 minutes. You can't really chase. It's just idea. Or just go with the thought. How long you can go? Can you go with 1 hour? I don't think so. That's a long time to go with one thought, 1 hour. That's hard thing to do. That's hard thing to do. You could follow like a home chocolate chip cookie from Whole Food. How long you can go with that thought? So that why all these things important? There's two things that makes life. When you say life, what are you thinking about? What we are thinking about? We are thinking about physical body, and we are thinking about like, and then what we have is we have body and we have thought. That's all we have. With that two things, body is function as a base, then the thought is act like a ruler. So that's how we function as a human. The body sometimes get aches here, ache there, sometimes get hurt a little bit here, there, or sometimes headache. It's not like all the time. It's like really. But then the body is not thinking. Body is not thinking. Body is not doesn't have ability to think. So then as thought, then they think all kinds of things like oh yeah. So then like that is more complicated. So that's more complicated to deal with, thought, like thinking all kinds of things and like day and night. So like unless you are meditating, so maybe you are thinking less. Intentionally, you are thinking less. Other than that, Yeah, that's why I think life gets complicated. Life gets complicated because of the thought. Because the thought, life gets very complicated, not because of the body. That's not how why life gets more complicated because of body. Yeah, some complications, but more complications just produced by thought that we think. We are thinking all kinds of things. So then, of course, because the thought, so then there's like stress, and there's anxiety, and there's fear, and there's worry, no enough wisdom to tackle, no enough wisdom to tackle all the thought that rise, no enough wisdom to challenge them, and instead of wisdom, so then there's a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of ignorance, Yeah, so then that's why then life get complicated. Then other way around, then life could become very simple. Life could become very, very simple because of your thought. Life could become very simple, always happy, always content. Life could be like that because of your thought. Life can be like so simple, so easy, like so content every day, like waking up with you kind of like full of excitement every morning. Waking up is full of excitement and like so excited, so excited just to knowing that has a lot of opportunities ahead of you. There's a lot of opportunities, a lot of possibilities, a lot of opportunities, a lot of hope ahead of you. And those hope and possibilities, opportunities can be utilized. It's not like, oh, they cannot be utilized, or you have to have three head to utilize. No. Then like because of thought, life can be very, very simple and can, like I say, yeah, so then every day is opportunity to learn and to figure things out, figure out what is nature of, what is samsara, what is this, why this happening, this, every day is learning opportunities. Every day is trying to putting something into practice. Like how to appreciate every moment of breath that you are taking in and out, and how lucky you are that you're still breathing, and how lucky you are that you're still seeing things, hearing things, smelling things, able to move around, move here, move there, many things, many things. Just to say one money mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, just one mantra, that's impossible not to have time. That one mantra, the Tibetan Dharma king said, merit you create reciting one mantra is like far more than every single hair on the four-legged animal on this planet. Wow, so that's like one money mantra, that much merit. I mean, what I mean, like you wake up with excitement mind because there's so much things that you can do, so many things that you can do, benefit this life, benefit many more life in the future. You can do this with very little effort. You can do so many good things, so many great things, so many great things. You're eating something, you're eating food, you're drinking some water, eating something food. So then you're doing that with the thought that is to do good things, to do good things. And at the end of the day, then you feel good, and then you are kind of inspired next morning to do the same thing. So so then I think life become, how you say, kind of like exciting. Your life become kind of exciting, rather than just like, why I'm here. I don't want to live my life, blah blah blah. So this is not good. So, so. Chebe mingom dunga kunjiko chebe mingom means not being discontent, dissatisfaction, discontent, dissatisfaction is a problem of this is the draw to all the problem. Dissatisfaction, discontent is the draw to all the problems. Do we really understand that? Are you satisfied? How you measure satisfactions? How you measure satisfactions? Let's say, based when it comes down on the money, how you measure satisfactions based on the money. How much? How we measure satisfaction and contentment based on material object. That's something to pay attention. Lama Tsongkhapa said, discontent, dissatisfactions is draw to all the problems. Every morning when you wake up, are you content? Do you have enough reason to be content? First you ask, are you content? Not. Answer is no. Why? Why you are not content? Now you could say, oh, I don't have airplane. David, you have airplane, you are content?
Well, I'd say I'm content. It may be partly due to things I own.
Are you satisfied because you have airplane? You are satisfied?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do having an airplane will satisfy, give you satisfactions?
Yes, it does.
No. So,
Otherwise, I would have to get rid of it.
but that's, content, that's good. That's the content. I mean, my question is, sorry, maybe I should ask my question different ways. Having an airplane, will it guarantee satisfaction?
No. No. No, it won't.
Okay, that's the question. That's how I should ask. So that Davis is qualified to talk because he already have airplane. He is qualified to talk. So see, every morning you wake up, you say, "I'm not happy." Why don't you are not happy? Because something that you feel like you don't have. I think it's very important. As a human, we all can do. You don't have to become monk. We all can do. It's just mental, just thought exercise. If the mind makes you unhappy, we need to develop wisdoms. Like, don't ever hope that you are going to be satisfied by eating warm chocolate chip cookie from Whole Foods. Right from the beginning, please be aware that you are not going to be satisfied by eating warm chocolate chip cookie from Whole Foods. Does that mean you should not eat? No, you can eat. Of course, you have karma to enjoy. Why not enjoy? But right from the beginning, please be fully aware that you are not going to be satisfied eating warm chocolate chip cookie from the Whole Food. Or Whole Food, that's the best store, or has reputations. No. Everything else, don't hope that you are going to be satisfied by wearing some clothes. No. Satisfaction, contentment has to come from the mind, meditation, from mind or thought exercise. All of this, receiving some satisfaction here, there, these are all subject to change any second, subject to change any second. What that means, don't 100% rely on that. Oh, need to be fully aware. If all of this giving satisfactions, all of this, you are enjoying, are subject to change. When? Every single moment, any second. It's not like after 2 months. No. Any second could change. Any second. Need to be aware. Any second could be changed. Need to be aware. Things that we get satisfactions, temporary break from suffering, temporary break. There's a temporary break from here, there. All these are subject to change. When? Any moment. Therefore, it's not reliable. It's not reliable. Need to be fully aware. These are the downside. It's not there's something you are doing wrong. These are the downside. We have to be aware. These are the downside. We have to be fully aware. That's called wisdom. So that wisdom liberates. Everything the Buddha taught for sake of wisdom. Wisdom liberates, not sake of belief, sake of wisdom. Buddha, everything Buddha taught for to be smart, mindful, to be smart about your happiness, for your life. What is reliable? Now the question is, what is reliable? What is reliable? All the guys, pleasure and joy that I'm getting from shape, color, like smell, like taste, touching something, and you are saying these are all subject to change, and you are saying that you have no clue when they're going to change any moment. So now what is reliable? Yeah, liberations. Liberations are reliable. Heart are reliable. Moksha. Something worth to aim for because it's reliable. Something worth to aim for because it's reliable. Never going to change. Once you achieve, it's not going to change. It's not. Once you achieve, that is not subject to change. That's subject to not to change. Talbe deva, happiness and moksha. That's what we should aim. Anything else, not saying, should not enjoy, just run away, or go here, go there, leave everything behind, just run away. No, that's not how you can run away like that. That's just your idea. Or leave everything behind, maybe go to Alaska, camp there with a polar bear. That's just your idea. Or leave everything behind, go to Nepal, Himalaya mountain, lock yourself up 6 months in the cabinet, cut all the connection with other people. That's just your idea. That's your idea. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. You can just sit at your home comfortably, but you're working, you can work for mentally. Just every day being aware, not being aware. Oh, subject to change. For us, oh no, this is all everything. These are subject to remain here forever. That's our idea. Or these are subject to remain here forever, like that. Wrong. That's wrong idea. You are going against the reality. You are going against the realities. Subject to change. Happiness of the happiness of buying a new sofa seat, new couch, brand new leather couch. That happiness is subject to change. When the cat scratch, So, observe your happiness give you pain. So can you imagine that? That's not what you buy for, but now that very object there, the object of your satisfaction give you dissatisfaction or pain. Now there's something to worry about. So because it's brand new, then now there's something to protect. So then you try to cut the nails of the cat nails, so the cat is not that happy. They're like one after another. But that's okay. Just being aware. If you're aware right from the beginning, that's okay. You're already aware. Don't make sure it doesn't become a shock. So that's the part of the give and take. You take something, you sacrifice something, you take something yeah, because you are attached. That's why it hurts, because you're attached. As I said, like your car is brand new, somebody else's car is brand new. You both park outside the Kadamba Center. All of a sudden, the crow comes poop on other person's car. You don't mind. It's not yours. If the crow poops on your car, it hurts because it's mine. It's mine. Attachment. So. Anything could happen. So that car is not the subject. There's not free of like the crow not to poop. It's not like the crow can poop any car. So that idea, like anyway. So that like lives, there's thought, because like when you wake up, so are you content? Are you content? Are you like? Do you feel grateful? Do you feel grateful? That's all. First question. Do you feel grateful? Or do you have any reason to be? How is it? Do you have any reason? That it depends what kind of question you ask. You could ask questions. Do you have any reason to be unhappy? Of course. So that is not that difficult to find. There's probably tons of questions that you can find. Oh, because this, because that, I'm not happy. Yeah. What good it does? Nothing. We need to learn how to cheer up, how to cheer ourselves, When you awake, how to cheer ourselves. To be excited, to do something, do something that makes you feel good. To excited to do something that makes you, end of the day, that makes you feel good. and feel grateful that you are able to do because you can see. If you cannot see, you cannot read because you can see, therefore you can read. When you read, you are learning something. Wow, that's good. That's good things. How to bring a lot of positive thought. That's what my point is. Bring a lot of positive thought, bring a lot of wisdoms, bring a lot of positive thought, bring a lot of wisdoms. So to change this life into make this life as a vessel that you can cross. Treat this life as a vessels, fully capable to cross. So every day, so like whether you are doing this, just saying prayer, as a monks and nuns, you say a lot of prayers. So then through prayer, you can do that. Not so you don't have to say prayer. You can just think. Or you can just think of, so, as a mother, you can say, oh, I have these wonderful children. So I love them so much, so I take care of them. So you are helping them, you're raising them up. This all merit. It's all merit. So, no need to sit down. You have, how much energy you spend, So the same time, the children think, oh, how wonderful we are. We have such a wonderful mother, sweet mother, feeding us, like loving us all the time. This is all good. The kids don't need to sit down, meditate. They can just think something good about their mother. So then, anyways, the point is to have many positive thoughts as possible that make your life happier. So that's the point, This is all about happiness. Of course, why you meditate? Happiness. Yeah, we all want happiness. There's nothing wrong. So we all need to learn how to happiness can be produced by just thinking, No need to go here, there, run here, there, up there. Doesn't guarantee. These are all subject to change. While you are enjoying, appreciate, feel grateful, feel fortunate, and there are some people, some part of the world, when you look, then you feel like that you have zero things to complain. You have nothing to complain. You just complain. You just like to complain. That's all. You are not qualified to complain. When you look at other people's life, they don't complain, or they are far more qualified to complain about their life, but they don't. Maybe they accept. When you go to the Nepal or India, some part of remote countryside of Nepal, those people, they can complain every single moment. They looks like they have reason to complain. Tons of reason. They don't. All walks of life, different age groups. Owner act like owner, the servant act like servant. Owner and servant, they both get along, and they don't feel like they have to eat first, we have to eat later, or there's no human right, blah blah blah. No, that's just life they live in. Yeah, so that's the I think benefit of traveling. Then you realize really you have zero reason to complain. You have no reason to complain at all. So anyway, every day more positive thought. There's some kind of simple meditations I mentioned before, 9 down breathing meditations. Like being awareness of your thought. So then from there, so then subtle mind, setting up, then analyzing whatever like fear or anxiety or sickness, pain, or like initially this meditation is designed to figure it out or discover the true ultimate nature of self. That's what it's for, but you can use for other reasons. So then, then when you're eating something, you are thinking something positive. When you're drinking something, you are thinking something positive. Before you go to bed, you are thinking something positive. When you wake up, you are thinking something positive. Throughout the day, you are thinking something positive, doing something positive. Yeah, end of the day, you do have reason to feel good. You have reason to feel good. So you do feel good. The feeling good doesn't come from for nothing. So it's not just about sitting and saying something. All your work. So whatever you do, like raising children, helping them, make sure they feel safe, they feel happy. This other being, you are taking care of other beings. It's not you. You're taking care of other beings. That that's why we never able to pay kindness that you receive from your parents, especially from mother. You never can pay back so much they sacrifice for your happiness. And then yeah, any good things that you do, and all of you, each of you, you do good things. From here, like Ellis Walker taking care of the children, the cat, the dog, Sherry helping Gishigele, Gisambos, Chamse Links, Shukila do all this practice, so that Hamuna do all this practice, all the Anla do all this practice, saying mantra. David Ellis totally dedicated for their life for Kadamba Center. All these good things, all the people to walk through Kadamba Center, all the time that you spend, all the energy you spend, all ideas. So now it's benefiting a lot of people. These are everything, like Sherry put a lot of work, everybody. Because all of you, now how many people benefited from the center? That's part of you and our collective karma. It's not just me, our collective karma. Something to you, you have tons of reason to think good. You feel good, whoa. Yeah. Just go back to 20 years. How much we have done, how much we as a team, how much we done. Are you living at the center? No, I'm not living at the center. Are you living at the center? No, nobody. Is she living at the center? No. How much work she did? Many, many years. Who's now? All of us, here, all of each and every person spend so much energy there. So then people are benefiting from there. What my point is that we have many reasons to think something positive. Something positive. When people come to the center, when they go around once around the Kadamba stupas, we have no idea how much merit they create. We are all part of this. It's not just me, all of us. So, something to feel good about, okay? So that's what I'm trying to say. As a monks and nuns, so you recite prayer, you do your practice, and also then you are kind of excited every morning when you wake up, then you know what kind of practice you are going to do, how much you are going to do, what kind of book you are going to read. You kind of get excited. And you dedicate that message for all the people that you are connected in this life. You dedicate it for them. So that you do the same thing, you're going to get, okay, so some kind of positive thought, okay. So then top of that, some meditations. When you have more and more positive thought, you will have less and less negative thought. That's how you go for happiness. That's how you go for happiness. Healthy mind, healthy body, that's how you go for healthy mind, healthy body, okay? So, sorry, so much been said, so. So every day, so this all spiritual practice is to cheer up your mind, How you say rise and shine? You shine because of your idea. You have this wonderful idea of enlightenment for liberation for all sentient beings. You just shine every morning. Shine. Every morning, the true reason to be happy, joyful. No? Then couple of things I mentioned is important. Everything we enjoy here Please enjoy much as possible. Same time, be fully aware. All these things are subject to change any moment. Why subject to change? It is impermanent. That's why. It's not somebody deciding it's going to change when, no. It's just nature, change. This thing, also another thing, this thing does not give you satisfactions, 100% satisfactions. Don't count that. That's mistake. Enjoy. Satisfaction is part of the result of mental exercise. Contentment, satisfaction is the result of mental exercise. It's not the result of chocolate chip, warm chocolate chip cookie from the whole food. No, no. Thinking that's wrong. Enjoy, but fully aware, subject to change. When? Never know, any moment. When you change, don't become depressed. Make sure you don't get depressed. Right from the beginning, you're aware. So nowadays you say, oh, what is reliable? Moksha. Liberation is worth to aim, is reliable, is not subject to change. Once you liberate, it's not going to change. Every single merit is worth to invest for that goal. Every single merit is worth to invest or dedicate for that goal for your own sake of other sentient beings. Why? Because these are not subject to change. When you achieve any experience that you receive by doing some practice, these are not, it won't change that easily unless something dramatic happens. It could improve, it could improve, it could increase experience, it could increase. Like happiness we're doing like Lamrim review meditations. Never decrease. You know, so we always feel good. Do you always feel good by eating pizza? No. Do you feel good sometimes eating pizza? Yes. Do you feel good every time when you eat pizza? No. Sometimes I get sick. No. Doing Lamrim review meditations, do you feel sometimes good, sometimes bad? No. You always feel good. These are not subject to change. Experience. Of course, the moksha is not subject to change. Worth to invest every single merit for dedicate for the moksha, for your sake of other sentient beings, is not subject to change. Okay. Oh yeah, so so then you become easygoing person. You become easygoing persons. You know? So then something goes wrong. You say, well, not end of the world. I know things will happen. Nothing will last forever. Things will change. Everything subject to change. Feeling of loneliness, subject to change. Getting together with somebody else, will they guarantee happiness? No. Being alone, that guarantee happiness? No either. The mind, thinking. So then, then mentally very flexible. It's not like uptight with something, or has to have this. Oh, that causes so much pain. If you become so tight with something, mentally, it's become that causes so much holding on something negative. Okay. Who's doing that? You are the one who's doing it. Nobody else to blame. then you should change. You should change. You could change. You have ability to change. You could change, even though it's kind of painful. You could change for the sake of betterment of yourself. Change. So then life becomes flexible. So bottom line here, all my friends. Now time is over, probably. Where's Robbie? Where's the SPC? SPC.
We have about 8 minutes, Geshe-la.
Okay, so anyway, my point here, all my friends here, from 1,000 miles in Patagonia, what I'm requesting you is all my as my friends. So when we wake up, so something to think positive. I've been said this last 20 years. I've been said this last 20 years many times. Said many times. We could do that, reciting prayers, meditations. Whole point is for happiness, everlasting happiness. It's for enlightenment, for moksha, day-to-day life happiness. Oh, so then Dharma knowledge must provide day-to-day life happiness. Without day-to-day life happiness, there will be no ultimate happiness. There will be no enlightenment. There will be no moksha. So Dharma practice must produce day-to-day life contentment, happiness in different degrees. Of course, based on you, different degrees. Okay. So feeling excitement about your life, feeling excitement every morning, feeling kind of excited that what you can do, the possibilities, what you can do, what you can learn, what you can meditate on, even on 5 minutes. Even just wondering about the ultimate truth, true truth. It's like pieces your samsara, like shit, throwing the glass on floor. Like that, So it's something you can learn. Okay, so that's my point. Okay, my whole point here to including myself, we all try, we all must try. So okay, so then life become easier, life become flexible, easier. Could go this way, could go that way, doesn't matter. It's go this way. Everything subject to change. When it change, you are already aware it's going to change. Nothing that they can rely. Why? Subject to change. There's a couple of points needs to understand. A couple of points you have to understand. You have to have wisdom to understand in order to make this life easier. Otherwise, if you just rely on your reason, lot of your reason may not lead you to the moksha. It leads you to deeper into samsara, not happily, probably painfully. Need to think twice. Okay. Oh, yeah. So with that, sorry, so much been said. So last 13 days, not able to communicate. So next Sunday, yeah, there'll be one more Sunday, subject to change. Don't forget that. Next Sunday class, subject to change. Don't count on. Subject to change. So yeah, so that's all. Yeah, Domestic. Anything? Any questions? Okay. Yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to Patagonia for thousands of miles without airplane ticket and visa. You don't need visa to come here, but without airplane, you are already came to Patagonia here many times. Yeah. So then may, yeah, Tamala, maybe dedications.
Okay, so say the dedication prayers from Master Shantideva.
Mm.
All beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with the mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food, may the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may they never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then, may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All powerful Chenrezig, Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. One who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience, who received the name Avatare, the one with great precision, who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on Bliss and Void, Lama ornament the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. You uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine. Masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savor myself and others, your disciples, please live. Om Taritu Re Soha. 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 Om Taritu Re Soha.
Oh, yeah, thank you very much. So everybody have a wonderful weekend. And
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful teaching. Bye, Geshe-la.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Be well.
Like cheesecake.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I did that. I couldn't understand.